Today, it is way easier to get distracted than it's ever been. If you're scrolling down your Facebook feed, you'll see just about anything you can think of. What gets me is like, we still live in a world where people think the world is flat, like the earth is flat. And they are concerned with whether or not water is wet or not. And with everything that's going on, you and I can both agree that there are much bigger issues and things like that. And it does vary from person to person depending on who you are. Alright. Now, with everything that's crazy going on in the world, the interpretations that we have is going to vary from person to person. So I'm just telling you that the world that you're in is really created by yourself. You have a brain inside your head that is going to make up your reality. And things are going to continue to happen. It's never going to stop all the way up to the day you die. It's going to continue to happen to you, around you, for you, against you. And there's really nothing we can do to stop it other than shift the way that you really look at everything that's going on around you. So I was talking to these people who I just recently recorded, and they're just getting started in the music industry. You know me, I make music. If you don't know me, I'm J Troop with Trooper Lifestyle. Um, he was asking me a couple questions. Couldn't remember exactly. Yeah, okay, so he sent me a video. It was of a famous artist that we all know named DMX was talking to a crowd, and he was talking about what the music industry is doing to people. And I watched it. It was a good message. I mean, what he was spitting was, it was a lot of truth, but what I told him was, this is exactly what I told you, to create your own world, man. And he said, how do I do that? I said, dude, just look around you. Just wherever you are, just look around you. I'm in my new studio right now. I just started this up. This is my new studio. I used to record out of my house, but I have a new get up now. I was like, man, look around you. Absolutely everything that you see started with an idea. Everything you see started with an idea. And the reason why you see these things is because somebody put execution behind that idea. And that's the reason why that idea is no longer an idea. It's now in existence. Alright? So continue to brainstorm, and then once you come up with a game plan and a strategy for whatever idea you have, you gotta execute. You gotta put execution behind it. Right? And I'm not talking about just little small steps here and there. I'm talking about massive amounts of action. Alright? I learned from the greatest, alright? The best internet entrepreneurs that you know, and I mean, there's a lot of them, but I narrow it down to maybe about three. And I follow them and their business models, strategies, and I drown out the rest. So, the number one person you need to listen to, though, is yourself. And you need to know what exactly it is that you want, because if you don't know what you want and you're moving towards something, I mean, you're going nowhere fast. And there's a lot of sayings out there. There's going to be a lot of sayings. There's going to be a lot of things like, was this one that I read? It was saying that you'll get there when you're meant to get there. So slow down and chill out, or whatever. And me personally, I mean, this is just me. You can agree or disagree. I'm like, man, that's the stupidest thing you could tell somebody. Because yes, they're going to get there when they're meant to get there. But why do they need to slow down? Why do they need to delay themselves? Because some people may say slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Whatever kind of little neat sayings that they have. Here's how I look at it. Don't hear those words and give yourself an excuse to slow your progress. Because a lot of people will do just that. They'll think, well then I'm not meant to get there today. I'm not meant to get there tomorrow. So I'm gonna get there whenever. No. Don't just get there whenever. I mean, whose life are you living right now? You're living for you. You're looking through your own eyes. No one else is looking through yours. And if you're not listening to yourself and what you want, then you're listening to everybody else and what they want. But it's not everyone's life that you're living. You're living yours. And you got to live for you, right? And I'm not saying be selfish, because everything I do right now, first and foremost, I'm doing it because I have positioned myself to have a very, very loving family, right? And a lot of the people that I work with admire that. So hustle for the family, hustle for your community, hustle for your church, hustle for those people who actually want to see you make it, because there's a lot of them out there, all right? And what's funny is you don't even know everyone who exists that knows that you exist and are actually rooting for you. And it gets pretty deep. When you want to give up because times have been hard. 2017 was a crazy year, right? Both good and bad for just about everybody. Personal lives, business lives. Things don't go smooth. They never do. I was talking to one of my friends a while back. We were arguing about whether or not you need a degree. I was telling him that, like, well, he was saying something like, man, sometimes not everyone has opportunities to do what entrepreneurs do. I'm like, dude, entrepreneurs create opportunities for themselves. There's no, I didn't have this opportunity. They don't say that, man. They create opportunities for themselves, and then they create opportunities for other people. And even then, entrepreneurship is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's not a start to finish. That little squiggly line that you see, that picture that you've probably seen on Facebook, where it's like, this is how people think entrepreneurship looks like, and this is a straight line. And then it's like, this is what it really looks like, and this is a bunch of squigglies and whatnot. That's true. That's something that's really true. It's not black and white. Everything is not black and white. Um, Everything is not, like there's multiple ways to do several things that you see going on, and everyone's probably gonna have different ideas about how to do it all. But I swear, most of the things that you see going on right now, there could have been any other way to do it, but it was done a certain way. And if it works, double down. If it doesn't, adjust, right? And you can do that. So the world you're living in right now, you created it. If it's not the world that you want, we'll simply change it. If it is the world that you want, I guess you made it. But stay in that world, alright? If that's what you want, stay there. But even then, it doesn't stop. So the whole I made it thing, made it to what? Because you still got another day to live tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And Steve Jobs, he had a long little, he had written something right before he died. And he had talked about once you achieve a massive amount of wealth, you need to start searching for things that wealth cannot bring you. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of it going around. A lot of things that people are going to tell you. But don't get distracted, okay? Stay with what's going on in front of you. Keep your head in the game. Stay off of your social media news feed if you can, because you're consuming and planting material in your head that you most likely don't need. So you're also concerned with what other people are doing too. I use social media primarily to put out. There's two types of people. There's producers and consumers. And that's in any industry. People who produce your stores, your Texas, so Walmart, HEB, stores, internet, online businesses, Amazon, your supplements and whatnot, people who are producing these things, and then you got consumers, people who are taking them in. You buy things whether you want to or not. You're a producer of something, consumer of something. Not everyone really produces, but I guess in a way, but everyone consumes, and you're not gonna get away from it. You have to consume in order to live. So you're producing, you're consuming, you're doing something. So anytime you're scrolling down that news feed, you're consuming a lot, and most of it's not good for you. Argue with me, but produce more than you consume. Okay, so you're making music, continue to make it, right? Get it out there to people who are following you, who are loving you. Whatever you're doing, you're running a business, all right? Focus more on that. Get off of the distracting sites that aren't doing good for you. Yes, they're great to promote and produce, and that's primarily what you should use it for if you are an entrepreneur of some sort. This message ain't for everybody, so some people are going to click off of this, and that's cool, but if you are consuming what you know isn't good for you, and we're all guilty of it to a certain degree, then catch yourself in the act and stray away. And if you can't, punish yourself. Catch yourself scrolling and you didn't really want to, and you ain't got to cut it completely out. I'm not extreme about any stance or whatever, but you catch yourself scrolling and you didn't want to scroll, do 25 push-ups or something like that. All right? Just do it. And then next time you catch yourself, do 25 more. Now, I know you may say, but 25 push-ups, that's more rewarding than punishment. Well, yeah, you're correct. And if you look at it like that, that's great. Most people don't. But anyway, I hope this message finds you well. I hope that I am able to enlighten you a little bit and tell you stop worrying about whether the earth is flat or if it's round. Look, does anything really make sense anyway? In America, most likely, you grew up in a school system that made you say the Pledge of Allegiance every day. And it says one nation under God. And that God that they're talking about is the same God as in the Bible that we all know of. There's multiple versions of it, but generally the Bible is going to tell you that the earth is roughly around 6,000 years old, right? But these same schools that make you say this pledge are going to send you to a science class within the school that's going to teach you that the earth is 4.5 billion years old, and no one's going to think about it at all. Now, nothing makes sense to begin with, so who cares? Figure out what you need to do for you. Figure out what makes sense to you, right? And go with it. Make sense of everything. Always keep thinking. Don't be so extreme about any certain thing. I've tried the vegan diet, and the vegan diet was pretty good. I went from I think I maybe lost about 25 pounds on just being vegan. And I was vegan for about 6 months, and then 2 months after was vegetarian just to try it out. Just to experiment. But I never really wanted to be extreme about it. So instead of vegan, I was like, I just want to be a healthy eater, But try things out and keep your head in the game, and you'll get exactly where you want to be quicker than you think. But always know that it doesn't come easy, especially if you really do want, if you have massive goals on your list. But that's okay, because most of the things in life that are really worth it never are. But if you are willing to go through what's necessary to get it, then to get there. All right. I just finished a studio session a second ago, and I'm shutting down for the night. About to head out. Got another workout in the morning, and I just came from one right before this session. So I'm going to go say hi to my son and my lovely wife and my parents. I'm going to say what up to them tonight too. Alright. I love y'all. Be safe. J Troop with Trooper Lifestyle. I hope this finds you well again. Share, subscribe to the channel, and I'll holler at you guys later. Peace out.